Hi farm friends, welcome to Haven Acres.
We definitely rotted, and it's going to be a little sketchy.
Today we are bringing you another video on cutting trees. You might not be a fan of cutting trees, and if you're not, that's okay. I'm not a fan of cutting trees either. Jesse, on the other hand, is a fan of using his chainsaw. This huge old silver maple is tree number 1 for today. It is a danger to our house, and it's a tree that would cost thousands of dollars if we paid someone to do it. And more than likely, an arborist would not want to take this job anyhow. Can you see over the years the tree has actually split where the leaders are, making it a very dangerous tree to cut. However, just because it is a dangerous tree to cut does not mean that you just leave it for the next guy or until you move or until you're no longer here. You have to take care of it, or at least we do. It also means that Jesse had to cut a few other trees down that were actually in the way of where he wanted to have this big silver maple land. We are so thankful for this skid steer. Not only does it help with cleanup, but it also helps pull and direct trees when we're trying to cut them. I don't want anyone to think that Jesse took lightly the severity and danger of cutting these trees down. He's actually been thinking about this for 5 years, but as today was the day, he set it in his mind that he was going to get them cut, and still, there was much thought and planning during this process. As you can see, for the most part, my job is to record and to stay out of the way. What someone doesn't need in a dangerous situation is to worry about where someone else is standing. So, tip for those who aren't actually doing the dangerous job, just stay out of the way. That's the biggest help you can be. All of those branches hanging over the roof, they'll be gone by the end of the day. It's hard to see, but there is a rope attached from the skid steer to the tree that Jesse's cutting. Oh yeah, and you can't see Jesse, but he's in the middle of the crotch of that tree. You got it?
Hey, we didn't die.
Nope. Folded up like a house of cards, didn't it?
Non-native maples are not stinking strong at all. Same thing with that stinking those Norways. This thing's just explode. Pretty weak. Thought they were supposed to be like Vikings, Nordic.
Got it?
Got it. Well, I mean,
Missed the house?
these things, you better make the video go viral so you get a paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, you missed the house.
Yeah, I was fairly certain I'd missed the house. I mean, we'll probably just leave these two till they become a problem, I guess. Seems to be what people do.
Their problem.
Try to save the tree and all.
They're a problem.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you know, all the mold, mildew.
This fancy one over here that's 6 inches away from your house.
I know. That one's a problem too.
Yeah. Yep. Good thing we didn't wait another week.
Jesse's cutting a notch because where the limb starts to go upward and hang over the house, he wants to cut that piece off separately from the big portion of the limb. Hitting the house or damaging the roof is possible. He definitely is trying to avoid that.
Exactly how it was supposed to go.
Well, didn't break any windows or the corner of the building or anything.
I mean, pretty severe leans. So we got a support post, and the corner of the deck is right against the tree here. This is grown into the tree. This joist is either screwed to the tree or grown into the tree, and then they wrapped it. So we've got big inclusion cracks on all the way through in two spots, one here, one back there. So center is probably definitely rotted, and it's gonna be a little sketchy. I cut the deck back to here and cut that joist out of there so it's no longer at least attached to the house. We still could end up with some broken boards and stuff, and have to be underneath the deck cutting it. Figure if that hinge point, if it kicks up at all, it's gonna hit this side.
Are you an adrenaline junkie?
No, I mean, I've had a couple of little dumps of adrenaline today, but that one wasn't actually that bad. Well, just doubled our mess for sure. Hey, your house is still standing. Down in the ground right there against that tree. Don't even move. Not sure how you come up with this for a good idea, but
Especially leaving a tree that big, or leaving a tree up against a stone foundation.
you can never pluck that stump.
Right.
Holy crap, you'd have to be ready to redo the whole foundation with a real concrete wall.
Right.
Because you'd have to knock all this rubble out, dig all this back. So, we'll probably make my own little concrete foam boards and fill that all in. So this is all going to be under roof.
Right.
Redo the porch. Might even set it down a full step. It's not a full step from it's a building no-no. My opinion. But with a roof on it, it won't really matter if it's at the same level.
I wanted to show you how pretty the backyard looked after all the mess was cleaned up. But then we got a typical Maine spring snowstorm. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. The mess is cleaned up and it looks beautiful. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again next time here at Haven Acres.